Okay, I'm back with a better background so you can probably see a little bit better. Still, I have no micro focusing, so I want to help people who are doing transitions in colors. So here I have a very small hook, size F, but this is what I used to use, and now I'll go ahead and use a larger hook so you can see a J. So let's start this. Some people say I do mine differently. So this is how I start. Your basic idea is just to get a loop, so it doesn't matter how you start it. Now, I noticed that in a lot of my creations, like bras or anything, if I don't do the long tail, it starts to unravel when I cut it, toward the end of the project. So I'm learning how to do a longer tail. You can never have too long of a tail, and it's better. It's like sewing it in there. So to change the color, let's use a different fabric. Doesn't matter what size. This is good for the granny squares that I did for one of my bags. So here we start. So you just make a loop, one loop. Let's say you want to do single crochet. Let's go ahead and start single crochet, one, and you want to make sure the loop is a little bit tight so it fits in. And regular, pull, and pull through. So you see that the top one is a little bit thinner and the bottom one is really fluffy. Sometimes you have to adjust by putting two in one to fill up the big space because the top one's really small. And then compensate when you get back to the bigger size. If you're doing stripes or something, compensate by going back to one, decreasing. So I increase by one. Okay. And make sure you keep the tail inside. This is only good for single, double, triple, but if you have mesh in here where there's holes, this method is not that great to keep this tail in there. You would have to sew the tail in here. Now this is good for blankets in different colors. Okay, keep going. Now let's say this is how I was able to do my different color hats for Obama's hats. It was very slow for me, keeping it straight. And this is how my granny bag was no different on the outside than it was on the inside, as I was very careful changing. It's better just to take your time when you're about to change the color. Keep it straight. And this frayed end, I can cut, but I'm not going to worry about it. Keep it straight. And then there's a big loop, so I want to do two to cover this. So it also does a little tiny pattern when you do two in one, just to compensate for the larger fabric at the bottom and smaller at the bottom. Okay, what happened to the tail? Well, it's inside hiding now. Well, you'd say it might stick out. There's the tail right here. So what I usually do is I check and see, okay, it's going to stick out, so pull it and let it go in there. And if you want to, you can pull it out and snip it right there. Okay, let's say that I want to change again. So you have perfect transition. When I want to change again, let's get a different color. Let's say blue. Okay. This is what I learned when I was doing my Obama hats, or writing numbers, or writing letters inside the crochet. When I did the loop, this is the wrong way. I'm going to show you the difference. When you do it with the loop sticking out, having trouble getting it in there, and here it is. Tighten it up, and it's just not even working out. This is how I did it for so long, for so many years. And show you how it looks. Okay, Okay, it's too loose. I can't get it. And it's okay. It's nice. It's alright. So, start all over. It's better to anchor it in there with unity. You have 2 loops on here. Now I have 2 loops. Single crochet or pull a loop first through here. And this is how I was teaching somebody else. Let's say I cut this. Okay, this purple is no longer here. So line up your string and make it really nice. This is where the quality is seen in crochet, is when the transition and you don't see strings. It's because I take care of strings that are loose as much as possible. Now that I've done so many hats, I've learned. Okay, make a regular single. Make sure you keep it straight, not rolling around, because you will be able to see it through there. And the purple I might cut really short and let it go inside here. But right now I don't want to just make loose little tiny pieces of string everywhere. So I'll let it ride with us. Okay, keeping it straight. And my fingers just learn how to do their own thing. This one is holding the string. This one is straightening. And it's going to go in there. The blue is going to go. And look at the transitions, a lot nicer. The blue is already in the purple, and it goes over nicer than if you had only one loop. So this is the best way to change color. And I'll show you my Obama hat, where if I didn't do it like that consistently, it would have shown. This is my own pattern for my Obama hat. And this is the same idea I use for writing letters, numbers, or letters and words. And it to be consistent is to use this technique. When I didn't use the technique, I would have to, by accident, by forgetting to, and just using one little loop, I had to take out the whole project and go all the way back to that little thing. And that's where the quality comes in. So this is, you can see in here, yes, you can see where the strings are, but same in high quality, very soft. And I had to be sure that when I was doing the strings, I had to keep it instead of cutting and cutting and cutting. So let's look on the inside. I'll show you at another time how to do a whole project back and forth without cutting. I didn't cut the white or the red back and forth. It stayed with each other, so it made it really thick. So this is the inside of the hat. And I've been told many times it's high quality. And it's because of what you just saw me do. And yes, you can see the string going through. But it's better than you going and clipping, and it saves time. So this is the inside of the hat. And this is the outside of the hat. Okay, well, thank you very much. I hope this helps you out.